Hello and welcome everyone to this video. Today I actually have a very surprising device. I have the JVC Everio GZ-MG330. That is the model number. That is the blue device you see on the top right hand corner of the screen. And what I like about this camcorder is that I would consider it the world's last real retro modern camcorder. And you may be asking, what the heck do you mean by that? What I mean by that is the megapixels that this JVC was taking was somewhat low for its time. So when you see the video pretty soon that I'm about to make, you're probably gonna think this camcorder is old. It looks like it's from the late 90s all the way through the 2000s, early YouTube videos. But the thing is that as the camcorder world was advancing in the late 2000s, and this one came out in 2008, it was one of the first camcorders to have a micro SD slot inside the camera, which was very modern for its time. However, the resolution and the megapixels did not catch up with the camcorder just yet. So therefore, this first model and variant and other variants were the first ones to, in a way, have the modern technological advances of having a direct wire feed to a computer and at the same time have a micro SD slot here in the bottom, as you can see, to be inserted, because before that they didn't have the SD slots. And I'm about to turn this on, and what I want you to understand about this device is that even though it's from 2008, it looks like it's a combination of modern day camcorders and retro camcorders. As you just heard the sound, those sounds new camcorders do not make. And even though I'm recording from my phone, it sounds like there's like a little motor inside this machine where you can hear the sounds. And most camcorders, you don't hear anything anymore because it's directly from modern batteries. As you can see, this still has an old detachable battery, and the only way to charge it is to actually charge it up from here with this charger into the camcorder. So they didn't have those slot chargers that you see with modern day cameras where you just leave the battery itself on the charger on the wall and the camcorder separate. The camcorder acts as a charger too, feeding it from this slot to the battery. And one surprising feature about this is that it actually has touchscreen or touch laser technology going up and down. As you can see, the blue streaks is following my thumb. You cannot use a glove or your fingernail, as you can see. Directly says it from the manual. Now, before I make this too long, I'm about to show you what else comes with the box. The box comes with a French manual, a English and Spanish manual that's twice the size, go figures, and some other paperwork right here. It's remote. Here it's AV cables, connections to the TV, and I can tell from just looking at all this setup right here that whoever owned this camera did not really use it very much, because as you can see, it still has its hand wrap in the original plastic that it came from. I doubt that they used the CD-ROM. We won't be using that. It still has its battery cover and accessory guide paper and a warranty, which won't be necessary because we're almost 20 years too late. And the box too is in very good condition. Everything as expected has come in it, and that's what makes me very glad, so I can show YouTube that, hey, they actually kept this device in very good use, very good shape, and I can barely see any scratches on this. It looks brand new. I love the blue color. It's beautiful. One awesome thing about these camcorders is, like I told you, since they're somewhat old, not everything is automatic. For example, the screen right here, the eyelids can only open up manually. Most of them, when you turn it on, they open up automatically because the technology has gotten better. And some other features here, here's the AV for that cable you saw there, that's red, white, and yellow. And in the front, to connect to the computers directly, you have to open up this right here in the front. Other than that, you may not even notice it because it blends in with the front. But it's a very beautiful camera. I know there's a lot of verbal noise. Do not get intimidated by that. This camera is actually very easy to use once you get the hang of it. And as you can see, it already has the date and year and the time pretty much almost correct. So it must have some mechanism connected to a universal satellite, kind of like a watch, telling it that, hey, the time's still correct. These are the function buttons. This is to select thumbnails of either picture or video format. You got your buttons down here, your menu. And what else can I show you? I already showed you this is where the charger goes in. It's a very unique design. Here's the zoom in, zoom out button. And it's also a volume depending which setting you choose. And this slide switch, it's on the left, so right now it's for video. If you put it on the right, see, now we have those two borders here, left and right, they have shortened because now it's for picture. And to take off the battery, all you do is you slide this and you yank this off. It also has a tripod attachment down here. I already showed you the micro SD slot. And the next thing I'm going to show you, it has an adjustable hand wrap right here. So if you have small hands like me, or if you have bigger hands, you can adjust it. Very beautiful camera, and yes, it does get kind of warm when you use it, and that's normal because these cameras that are 15 years old or older will do that. But very unique piece of history right here, and you can get this on eBay for maybe, if you're lucky, $70. Most of them really right now, and I theorize in the future, are gonna go up for at least $100 or more. So if you want to get a retro modern camera where you get a on purpose lower quality grainy film that you would expect from a late 90s or 2000s camera, right? Early YouTube 2000s era, I would suggest you get something like this. I think this is the biggest bang for the buck, because this from what I've seen from other videos, has the best nostalgic type of video filming. And I don't think this is ever gonna come back unless they reproduce something like it, but I doubt it. It might take some years. So if you're like me, I would get your hands on one of these. They come in very beautiful colors. This one is in dark blue, which is absolutely awesome. They also have some, I think, in red and maybe silver. Thank you, and I will show you the other video right now. All right, video test 1, 2, 3. I'm walking down the road right here with the JVC Everio, and I'm just trying to capture as much color as I can. There's the blue skies, there's the sun, don't blind yourself. And yeah, that's how the quality of this looks like. I'm really amazed. It looks retro, vintage, grainy, early 2000s, mid 2000s, early YouTube video era. Very nostalgic. I love it. I feel like most cameras just don't have this type of feel to it anymore. If I was recording from my phone or from modern devices, it just wouldn't have that same tone and feeling and nostalgia. So for those of you who love this type of film, get yourself one of these cameras. It's not just a JVC that you can get. Like I said, there's a sweet spot, and how can I explain it? There's a sweet spot in the late 2000s where most modern camcorders of that era were starting to have micro SD slot cards, so it wouldn't be a pain in the ass to try to put the transferring any type of media into computers fast. With this device, you can still miraculously do that, which is insane for a camera that's pretty much 15-20 years old now, and it will be 20 years old anyways pretty soon. So anyways, just look at the view, look at how it records everything. I like it. I don't think these type of cameras will come back, but they're just pretty nice to have. There's the shadow, homes.
Please rewind this cassette before returning it to your video library.